Imagine a cosmic crossroad billions of years from now. Two colossal spirals, our Milky Way and its fiery neighbor Andromeda, on the brink of a celestial dance, or perhaps an ultimate embrace. But will the ground beneath our feet even exist by then, for us to witness it? Let's embark on a journey across space and time to illuminate Earth's fate when galaxies collide. What if I told you that the most spectacular event in the history of our night sky has already begun? No blinding flash, no sudden rumble, just a silent pull, so gentle, you don't even feel it. Right now, this very second, our Milky Way is moving on a path toward its giant neighbor across the darkness, the Andromeda Galaxy. Look up, past the moon's soft glow, past the glittering trail of planets circling our sun, beyond the last faint whispers of our own stars. There it is, a faint smudge floating in the black. But that smudge is no ghost. It's a behemoth, twice as massive as the Milky Way, and it's closing in at 110 kilometers every second, 245,000 miles, every single hour. For decades, we thought we knew the ending. Hubble showed us a direct path, no sidestep, no escape. In 4 billion years, they'd collide, fuse into a single titanic galaxy, glowing for trillions of years. But in 2025, the story changed. Gaia, Hubble, 100,000 simulations, and then shock. Not certainty, but chance. 50%. Half the futures we can imagine end without a collision. And the odds of a head-on smash within 5 billion years? Just 2%. Maybe they'll pass each other. Maybe they'll spiral in a slow, ancient waltz. But even a near miss will twist them into shapes we've never seen, flinging stars into the void and sending their supermassive black holes on a deadly spiraling embrace. And in that chaos, our sun, and Earth with it, could be hurled to the galaxy's edge or cast out into eternal darkness. For now, the sky looks calm, but look closer, and you'll see her, Andromeda, like a ghost ship on the horizon, growing larger, brighter, every single day. The journey toward our fate has already begun. It begins so subtly that no one alive today will notice. 1 billion years from now, the night sky is still familiar. Orion's belt still shines. The Big Dipper still points the way. But far above the horizon, a pale, ghostly cloud is no longer just a blur. Andromeda. She's closer now. Her spiral arms, once invisible, begin to show faintly, like brushstrokes across black velvet. Through the eyes of creatures who will call Earth home in that far future, if any remain, it will be the most beautiful and the most terrifying sight they have ever seen. Over the next few 100 million years, the smudge swells. Stars within her arms burn like tiny city lights seen from space. The heart of Andromeda glows with a fierce, golden fire, a supermassive black hole surrounded by whirling storms of light. By the 2 billion year mark, the change is undeniable. The galaxy is no longer a distant guest. It's an uninvited presence. Her spiral arms stretch across a quarter of the sky. Constellations you know today are warped, twisted, unrecognizable. The pull between our two giants has begun to shape the heavens. Our Milky Way's stars are subtly shifting, like dancers responding to an unseen conductor. Gas clouds are drawn out in long, delicate streams, tidal tails that shimmer like silk in the starlight. And then comes the moment. The moment when Andromeda's disk eclipses whole swaths of the night sky. It's not a point anymore. It's not even a shape. It is the sky. Billions of stars, suns of alien worlds, blazing brighter than our own, flood the heavens. The darkness between them shrinks, until the night itself feels smaller. It is breathtaking. It is terrifying. And it is only the beginning. It happens, slowly, And yet, all at once. 4 billion years from today, the first tendrils of Andromeda's spiral arms drift into the Milky Way's outskirts. No explosion, no crash, just a graceful sweep, like two dancers whose fingertips finally meet after an eternity apart. But gravity is never gentle. The moment they touch, tidal forces surge through both galaxies. Stars that have danced in perfect orbits for billions of years are suddenly yanked, their paths twisted into arcs they will never escape. Whole clusters are flung into the black void between galaxies, lost forever.
From Earth, if Earth still clings to life, the sky is unrecognizable. Half of it is consumed by Andromeda's blazing core. Her stars are so close, they pierce the night like diamonds lit from within. Ribbons of gas and dust swirl overhead, glowing crimson and gold in the light of newborn stars. Because in these moments, collision sparks creation. Where the spiral arms overlap, gravity crushes massive clouds of hydrogen, igniting furious bursts of star formation. Entire nurseries of brilliant blue giants flare into existence, each one destined to burn hot and die young. But beauty comes with danger. The gravitational chaos disturbs every orbit, comets rain down, planets are ejected into the cold, and some unlucky worlds are flung straight into their stars. In the galactic cores, a far more terrifying dance begins. At the heart of each galaxy, a supermassive black hole stirs. Sagittarius A** in the Milky Way, and Andromeda's even larger monster, begin to spiral toward one another, each orbit pulling them closer, each loop shedding energy in the form of invisible gravitational waves that ripple through spacetime. It will take millions of years for them to meet, but once they do, their collision will send a shock through the universe itself. For now, the galaxies are locked together, stretching, tearing, reshaping one another into strange new forms. The night sky burns with more light than any human has ever seen. And still, the dance continues. The centuries of chaos are over. The slow, inevitable pull has done its work. The Milky Way and Andromeda are no more. What remains is a single, titanic entity. A luminous giant adrift in the dark, its swollen heart glowing like the forge of creation itself. Astronomers of the far future might call it Milkomeda. To the universe, it is simply the newest masterpiece in the gallery of galaxies. Its once delicate spiral arms are gone, shredded into vast streams of stars that wrap around the core in graceful loops. What was once familiar to us, the shape of our home, the constellations, the steady background of night, has been erased. In its place, billions of suns blaze in every direction, so densely packed that the night is never truly dark again. At the center, the final union is complete. The two supermassive black holes, after their endless spiraling, have merged. The moment they collided, a storm of gravitational waves surged outward, warping spacetime itself, an echo that may be felt in the very fabric of the cosmos for billions of light-years. Around the new singularity, matter falls in torrents, igniting a quasar so bright it outshines every star in the galaxy combined. For planets lucky enough to have survived the upheaval, the sky is now a riot of color in motion. Star clusters drift lazily across the heavens, veils of gas shimmer in violet and gold, and comets streak through space like cosmic fireworks. But Earth is gone. Long before this final act, the sun swelled into a red giant, boiling away oceans, stripping the planet to bare rock, and then collapsing into a cold white dwarf. Our world's chapter closed, quietly, unnoticed amid the grandeur of galactic rebirth. Yet, there is a strange comfort here. Because while our home has perished, our atoms, our very essence, are now scattered among the newborn stars of Milkomeda. The iron in our blood, the calcium in our bones, the oxygen we once breathed, all of it will shine again, in worlds yet unformed, in skies yet unseen. And so, the story ends where it began, with stardust. Only now, it belongs to a new galaxy. A new home, for whatever future the universe dares to dream. Imagine, you're standing outside, looking at the sky. It's been days, weeks, and yet the sun has not risen. The world is locked in a permanent twilight, the kind of darkness that makes you forget what day even means. Crops begin to fail, oceans slowly start to freeze at their edges, and the warmth you once took for granted is slipping away. Forever. Without the sun, temperatures plummet below freezing across most of the planet. In the far north, -40 degrees feels almost warm compared to the deadly cold settling in. Humanity clings to artificial light and whatever heat we can create, but our planet is bleeding energy into the vast emptiness of space. Animals migrate desperately toward the equator, only to find that even there, the cold is sinking in like invisible claws. Entire ecosystems collapse, food chains break apart, and a silence begins to dominate the natural world. No buzzing insects, no singing birds, just the hollow moan of the wind. And as the darkness stretches on, something else happens. The night sky reveals stars we've never seen before, ancient lights from galaxies millions of years away, a cruel reminder of the sun we've lost. The first sign that the collision is no longer just a distant future event comes in the form of strange streaks of light across the night sky, thousands of new stars suddenly blazing into existence. From Earth, they look like cosmic fireworks, an awe-inspiring display that draws millions of eyes to the heavens. But behind this beauty lies violence. Massive clouds of interstellar gas from the Milky Way and Andromeda are slamming into each other, triggering furious bursts of star formation. Newborn stars burn hot and bright, but they are unstable, often exploding as supernovae within a few million years. To the human eye, these explosions are just points of light, but in reality, they release deadly radiation, invisible and unstoppable. In this phase of the collision, the structure of our galaxy begins to warp. The familiar spiral arms twist and elongate, like ribbons caught in a hurricane. The Sun, and with it, Earth, is dragged into a new orbit, swinging us into regions of space we've never seen before. The night sky changes drastically, constellations vanish, replaced by strange new patterns of stars. The once solitary band of the Milky Way is now split, tangled with the glowing haze of Andromeda's core. Astronomers warn that the stability of our solar system is no longer guaranteed. Even though the chance of Earth being directly ejected into interstellar space is small, gravitational tides from massive passing stars could nudge us dangerously close to catastrophe. Then, something even more terrifying appears on the cosmic stage: supermassive black holes. Both the Milky Way and Andromeda harbor monsters at their hearts, millions of times the mass of the Sun. As the galaxies spiral together, these black holes are drawn toward each other, eventually forming a binary pair locked in an epic gravitational dance. Their orbit decays over millions of years, and when they finally merge, they will unleash a gravitational wavestorm that ripples through the fabric of spacetime itself. Humans, if we are still here, will not feel it in our bones, but our most sensitive instruments will detect the cosmic quake. For now, the collision is a slow-motion apocalypse. To us, it may still look like an artist's masterpiece splashed across the night sky, but every streak of light, every cloud of glowing gas, is a warning. The universe is tearing apart the familiar, and replacing it with a strange, unstable new order. The countdown to a final, unified galaxy has begun, and with it, the question that has haunted astronomers for decades: will Earth still have a home when the chaos is over, or will we be cast adrift into the cold, endless dark? It begins subtly, almost unnoticeable. The night sky changes, constellations twist, and familiar stars drift out of place. The Milky Way's arms begin to stretch unnaturally as the Andromeda galaxy's gravitational pull tugs at our cosmic home. But this is no gentle embrace, this is a tearing, a war of invisible forces pulling entire solar systems off their paths. On Earth, the tides swell beyond imagination. Oceans churn, coastlines crumble, and storms become relentless as the moon's orbit destabilizes under the galactic pull. Humanity, for the first time, looks up and realizes this is not the beginning of an era, this is the countdown to the end. As the galaxies draw closer, the sky becomes a canvas of chaos. Vast clouds of interstellar dust and gas sweep across the heavens, illuminated by bursts of new stars igniting under the crushing force of collision. To the naked eye, it is both breathtaking and horrifying, nebulae glowing like flames, streaks of cosmic debris burning trails across the night. Meteor storms bombard the Earth, not for minutes, but for weeks. Entire regions plunge into darkness as ash and dust cloud the atmosphere. The beauty of the heavens becomes a spectacle of destruction, a reminder that even the most magnificent sights can herald the most terrible fate. In the final centuries before full collision, the solar system is no longer the home we knew. Jupiter, Saturn, and the gas giants are flung into new orbits, their moons ripped away into deep space. The Sun itself begins to change, not from age, but from gravitational stress, flaring unpredictably as invisible hands twist its balance. On Earth, seasons dissolve into chaos. Winters last years, summers scorch with deadly heat. Crops fail, cities crumble, and civilization retreats into underground havens if they can survive at all. Humanity clings to existence, knowing the stars above are not eternal, and neither are they. And then, the moment arrives. Two colossal spirals of light, billions of years old, meet in a slow-motion cataclysm. Stars weave past each other like cosmic ghosts, most never colliding, but their gravity rewriting the architecture of the universe. New suns are born, old ones are swallowed by black holes, and the night sky is reborn into something alien, unrecognizable. Earth's fate, however, is sealed. Whether it is cast adrift into the cold void, swallowed by a star. And storms become relentless as the moon's orbit destabilizes under the galactic pull. Humanity, for the first time, looks up and realizes, this is not the beginning of an era, this is the countdown to the end. As the galaxies draw closer, the sky becomes a canvas of chaos. Vast clouds of interstellar dust and gas sweep across the heavens, illuminated by bursts of new stars igniting under the crushing force of collision. To the naked eye, it is both breathtaking and horrifying, nebulae glowing like flames, streaks of cosmic debris burning trails across the night. Meteor storms bombard the Earth, not for minutes, but for weeks. Entire regions plunge into darkness as ash and dust cloud the atmosphere. The beauty of the heavens becomes a spectacle of destruction, a reminder that even the most magnificent sights can herald the most terrible fate. In the final centuries before full collision, the solar system is no longer the home we knew. Jupiter, Saturn, and the gas giants are flung into new orbits, their moons ripped away into deep space. The sun itself begins to change, not from age, but from gravitational stress, flaring unpredictably as invisible hands twist its balance. On Earth, seasons dissolve into chaos. Winters last years, summers scorch with deadly heat. Crops fail, cities crumble, and civilization retreats into underground havens if they can survive at all. Humanity clings to existence, knowing the stars above are not eternal, and neither are they. And then, the moment arrives. Two colossal spirals of light, billions of years old, meet in a slow-motion cataclysm. Stars weave past each other like cosmic ghosts, most never colliding, but their gravity rewriting the architecture of the universe. New suns are born, old ones are swallowed by black holes, and the night sky is reborn into something alien, unrecognizable. Earth's fate, however, is sealed. Whether it is cast adrift into the cold void, swallowed by a star,